Hi everyone, I'm Myhra and I work with the Product and Customer Success team over here at Airtable. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through this digital content calendar template so that you're ready to use this base or any other Airtable base. Let's get started. Airtable bases use tables to keep related information organized. As you can see, this base comes with 3 tables, one for the site content, one for the social content, and one for freelancer information. Each table keeps track of all of the details related to those areas. But let's start with the site table called Voyager.com. In this table, each row is a unique piece of content. And details about each piece of content are organized into fields, similar to columns in a spreadsheet. In Airtable, we call rows records. You can also expand records to see all of the related details about that record. You'll notice that each of these follow the fields that we saw previously. Now I'll walk you through a couple of the fields. This template uses a single select field to organize the content by section that it belongs to. You can easily update the sections here by typing something new. New section. It will automatically update since I assigned this piece of content a new section, and now it appears in my drop-down menu. This template also uses a collaborator field type to designate the author of each piece of content. In this case, you'll only see my name because I'm the only person shared on this template or in this workspace. If you're not sure what field type to use, you can always double-click a menu on a field type header and then learn more about the different types of fields by hovering over each field type. So in this case, there's a date explanation. If you wanted to add a new field, you can do so by hovering over to the end of a template and selecting Add New Field. You can also easily delete a field by clicking on the drop-down menu and selecting Delete Field. You'll notice that there's a field in this template called Social Post that's formatted slightly differently. Each of these posts are outlined in blue, which means that you can click it. That also means that it's a linked record. With the linked record field, we can connect related information across tables. You'll notice that this record is coming from the social schedule table. So if we click into the social schedule table, we can see each of these individual posts are listed out with their own unique information. You'll notice that the related story field is also showing up in a blue link, and it's also a linked record. Much like in the Voyager.com table, it contains the name of the corresponding macro story related to each of these social posts. Linking records is a super easy way to connect relevant information across these tables so that no information gets lost or minimized. And linked records update automatically and instantly, so everything is always up to date. For example, let's say we want to call this digging instead. Oops. Oh, it did update. Great. If I go back to the Voyager.com table, you'll see that I see digging here as well. And there's a record that there's a note here that I've made that change. You'll also notice that the records here are organized by the section that each piece of content belongs to. This means that this grid is grouped by the section view. You can see that here. But you can also group by other types of information. So let's say we want to organize everything by status. Now I can group by status, by author, or whatever field type makes sense for you. I can also ungroup things and see things in a classic spreadsheet view. But that's not the only view type available to you. If you click on the View Bar menu, you can see all of the other views that have been preloaded into this template and the possible view types. You can do a grid, use a form to submit new records into this space, calendar, gallery, Kanban. Let's go into the calendar view. In the calendar view, since we use a date field in our record, it automatically understands that and populates each of the content types onto this calendar. And if I changed it, it would automatically update in any of the other views. So I move this to June 1st, and now it appears as June 1st. And in any other view, it will show up as June 1st. Let's 5 them on. June 1st. Let's also look at the published view. In this view, we're using a filter to filter out only the pieces of content that are published, where the status is published. View configurations are automatically saved so that you can always revisit the ones that you need. And so in this case, published will always be filter is published. In general, you want to create a new table for every unique type of information you track. You can do so by selecting on this plus icon here. You want to create new views when you want to see one of your tables organized in a different way. You can add new views here. The last thing to know about in this template is blocks. From visualizing information to making bulk changes to records, blocks are powerful add-on apps that help you do more with the bases you've built. Let's extend this a bit so we can see it a bit better. You'll see that this template automatically comes with a description block that introduces you to the different blocks that are preloaded into this template. You can also learn more about a block by expanding it to see it in full view, clicking on the settings to see how it's configured, or by selecting on add a block to add different blocks that are available to you. If I'm not sure what a block does, I can select it and I can watch a video about it or scroll through to see more about it. And now that you know the ins and outs of this template, go ahead and start customizing it to suit your needs. If you have any questions, feel free to check out our support articles, thumb through our community forum, or simply write to us directly. Goodbye!